Hello and welcome to the special lecture series on socio-religious reformers in India. In today's class, I'll be talking about one of the most prominent personalities in the socio-religious reform movements in India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was also popularly known as Baba Saheb Ambedkar. As far as the birth year and death year is concerned, the birth year is 1891 and the death year is 1956. So let us look at some of the important facts as well as contributions associated with none other than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar or Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, also popularly known as Baba Saheb Ambedkar. The first thing is he was born on 14th of April 1891 in a Mahar family, which is supposed to be the untouchable or the erstwhile untouchable family or caste from Maharashtra, and he was born in Mahau, which is in MP, that means military headquarters of war. There is a place called as Mahau in MP, and he was born there. Thereafter, he studied at Elphinstone College, Bombay, and also with the help of the Raja of Baroda, he went to Columbia University, America. Thereafter, he also went to England and completed his PhD and MSc and also barrister at law. Thereafter, we see his return to India and he started practicing as a lawyer in the Bombay High Court as well. He started practicing as a lawyer in 1923, but before that he took part in the 1920s in the first meet of the depressed classes, which happened at Nagpur, Maharashtra. Thereafter, we see his practice as a lawyer at Bombay High Court, and in the segue of the same, he also established in 1926 something called as the Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha, and in this very Sabha in the year 1926, he gave the message of educate, organize and agitate. That means in Marathi, Shikha, Sangatitva ani Sangharsha Kara. This was the message he delivered during one of the sabhas in 1926, wherein he was talking about it in the Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha. This is BHA. Okay, so this is again an important contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Thereafter, in the 1930s, he represented the untouchables in the round table conference. Now these round table conference were specifically addressing the constitutional reforms that should be brought about in India, and the politicians from India or the various representatives from India were representing different castes or different groups, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was representing the untouchables, and he took part in all the three round table conferences. There were three round table conferences which happened during the period 1930 to 1932, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar attended that round table conference, and in the first round table conference he demanded separate electorates for the untouchables or the scheduled castes. So now these electorates were available to other Muslims as well as Sikhs and Buddhists and all of these. So therefore he also demanded it for the scheduled castes or the untouchables. This led to something called as the communal grant, which was given by the Britishers. But this communal grant was revolted by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and Gandhi went on to fast unto death in Pune. So in order to counter this, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar gave the idea of taking separate electorates, and rather they scrapped the idea altogether, and there were certain seats which were reserved for the depressed classes. So when the electorates were granted, there were 71 seats which were given to the depressed classes, and also the depressed classes could vote for Hindu as well. So they could vote for Hindus as well. But what happened is, since Gandhiji went on to a strike or non-violent satyagraha and fast unto death, so what happened is the idea of separate electorates were cancelled altogether, and seats for scheduled castes were reserved, so or untouchables were reserved. Now the seats were from 71 to 151. That is, earlier the electorates were representing only 71 seats, but now the seats were raised to 151 seats. And the Pune Pact, the popular Pune Pact, was signed. Now this Pune Pact was signed in the year 1932, and mind you, it was not Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi who signed the pact. It was rather Madan Mohan Malviya who actually signed the pact between Ambedkar and Gandhi, and this led to, or this is popularly known as the Pune Pact of 1932. So this was the issue of the communal award given to the depressed classes by the British government, and to counter that, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi went on to fast until death, and to counter this, they came up with something called as Pune Pact, and the idea of separate electorates was scrapped altogether and seats were reserved. Mind you, Again, I'm repeating, Madan Mohan Malviya signed the pact, or he signed the Pune Pact on behalf of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. I hope these points are pretty much clear. Let us now move to this side of the board. Here we see that he also established Independent Labour Party in 1936. Now this Independent Labour Party later came to be known as the Republican Party of India, or RPI, in the year 1950s. Now you have different factions of RPI, but originally it was the Independent Labour Party in 1936, which later on became Republican Party of India, or RPI, in 1950s. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also started certain newspapers, and here we are talking about two of the important or prominent ones. One is called as Mukh Nayak. It was started in the year 1920 and it was in Marathi. Thereafter we see Bahishkrit Bharat. Again, here we see Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha. So please don't get confused. This is a Sabha which was started in the year 1926, and here we are looking at the newspaper Bahishkrit Bharat, started in the year 1927, again a Marathi daily or Marathi newspaper. Thereafter we see, this is again a very important aspect of his Satyagraha. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in the year 1927 launched a Satyagraha at Mahad. Mahad is a place in Maharashtra. It is a place in Maharashtra, Western Maharashtra to be very precise, and there he started demanding water for the untouchables from a place or a well which is popularly called as the Chaudar Tale, Chaudartale, Tale. That means a pond, a Chaudar pond or Chaudar Tale. So he started demanding that you should give rights, or you should give access, rather not rights but access, to the untouchables to fetch water from this Chaudar Tale, and this is popularly called as the Mahad Satyagraha or the Chaudar Tale Satyagraha, and it was initiated in the year 1927, and this led to something called as, two important things happened at this point in time. He also entered into a temple which was banned for the 12 scheduled castes, and also he drank water from this place or this pond called as the Chaudar Tale, and that is why this is again a very prominent happening or contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar towards the socio-religious reforms in India. Thereafter we also see that in 1942 he established Scheduled Caste Federation. He also established the Scheduled Caste Federation in the year 1942. Furthermore, into his political career now, he was a member and the Minister of Labour in the Viceroy's Governing Council between the period 1942 to 1946. So he was a member as well as Minister of Labour in the Viceroy's Governing Council, so between this period. But an important thing which happened during this period is also he became the chairman, just after this he became the chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution, and this is one of the very important facts associated with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So there are other members as well of the drafting committee, but Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. So here I am saying using the word chairman. There were other members as well. Yeah. So thereafter we see that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar became the first law minister of India in Jawaharlal Nehru's cabinet, and he was elected from Bengal. So this is again one of the very important facts associated with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was the first law minister of India in Jawaharlal Nehru's cabinet back then. Thereafter he also introduced certain bills in the parliament to abolish two important systems. One is called as the serfdom system or the khoti system, and the other is called as the vatan system or slaves to the government sort of a system which were existing in India back then, and he tried to abolish these two. Thereafter we also see some of the research papers or essays written by him, and they are Commerce in India. Thereafter we see Religion in India at their origin, as well as Nationalists in India, a historical study of the same. So these are some of the important research papers as well as essays published by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was also awarded posthumously in 1990 the highest civilian award known as Bharat Ratna or the Gem of India. So therefore he is also popularly known as Bharat Ratna, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So he was awarded the highest civilian award in the year 1990, which is posthumously, because we can see that in 1956 he passed away. Now, as far as the facts as well as contributions are concerned with respect to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, there are certain books which are written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar which I could not cover given the space constraint, but I am going to put the list of all the books with their years in the description below. So please kindly check that as well. Some of the books are The Problem of Rupee, Its Origin and Solutions. Then we have who were the Shudras. Then we have the untouchables. Then we have Buddha and his Dhamma. So these are some of the books which are very popular as far as the literature is concerned with respect to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. There's also one important book, Annihilation of Caste, which is again written by Dr. B.R. It is just a sort of combination, or it is sort of notes with respect to certain speeches given by him, and therefore these are some of the literary works of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, which I couldn't sum it up here, but I'm going to surely put it in the description below, so you please check that as well. It will add up to your knowledge or basic reading. So please, I hope this exercise helps you, and please stay tuned for more. Thank you.